Yes. So those are all of the little triumphs. Now, some of the challenges is my milk supply dipped maybe like a total of about twice.
Okay.
When he was solely on breast milk.
Okay.
So it did when he was maybe like 3 months. And that was him still nursing every 2 hours. So it was times where he had to stay home from daycare. So we can just do skin to skin and just nurse and pump and nurse and pump and nurse and pump. And it is just so taxing on your body.
Yeah.
Because my doula is also a lactation specialist. Because that's the other thing too, is having access to other people in your community who are lactation specialists. That they're gonna come out, they're gonna say, sis, have you tried this? Have you tried? Yeah. So we were on the phone, she was like, did you get your quinoa? You got your protein? You want me to come make you a batch of greens? You need a massage? You need some water? I'm gonna send you some coconut water. Are you taking this vitamin? Are you taking your sea moss? Are you, so that was very helpful.
Yeah.
And then you have to look at your diet.
Okay.
Which, looking at my diet, I gotta look at my expenses. Because I can't be eating no Cheetos and, I can't be eating whatever I want to eat and expect to get some quality milk.
Right.
So it was making a few trips to Whole Foods and making a few trips to the organic, section. Getting some good greens, getting some coconut, and that coconut water.
Is it expensive?
Listen, the coconut water I'm gonna drink, because I can't drink all of the coconut water.
Oh, okay.
The coconut.
Shout out to coconut water.
Okay, I don't know if we should be saying who. Can I say which one to drink?
I mean, I guess we can. If they want to hook us up, they can.
Harmless. Coconut water.
Okay.
Lord have mercy.
All right.
32 ounces is $10.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
They ain't cheap, but they good.
So let me just I ask this and then we'll move to another one. But so like how much coconut water were you having to drink?
Well, really, I just mixed the coconut water in with the spring water that I was already drinking.
Oh, okay.
So and then that was it too. I get gallons of spring water weekly because you have to drink according to your weight. So I needed to down minimum 140 ounces.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 140 ounces is me being hydrated enough to produce milk for him.
Okay.
And not be deficient in because he gonna take what he needs to take.
Right.
It'll be me left with left with nothing. So I needed to drink minimum, whether it was coconut water or spring water, 140 ounces a day, and have an extra 500 calories a day.
Okay. That is a commitment.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell just a little bit about my story. My kids are getting ready to be 13 and 15. Can't believe it. So with my first daughter, kind of similar with you, with my first child, it was my intention. I don't know if I was at like a hospital facility, that kind of thing. And I went to the breastfeeding class because I had heard about the benefits and I wanted to do that. And then the bonding and all that kind of stuff. And so the person that I went to a class and she was kind of like, you can breastfeed. People are going to try to talk you out of it, but you can do it. So in that way, I guess she was kind of radical, but I don't know if I don't think it was like the intensity of yours. I needed her person. And so, and I'm sorry, I'm looking at her. I need to be looking this way. And so for me, with my daughter, it was tough. And so I was just remembering what happened. So I had my daughter at almost midnight, right? On Mother's Day, the year that I had her. And so because of that, there was some tests that they had to run that they released me from the hospital first. And I had to go back and get my daughter. And I was so angry and I did everything I could and cried and everything to get them to, and they were like, nope, she has to have this test. She has to stay. And so I went home. Me and my husband went home. I went to sleep and I did not think to pump.
Well, your nerves was bad.
Yeah. Went home, got up. It was so crazy because we got up. We going to get our baby. We didn't have no baby clothes because the other thing too is she came a little earlier than we had planned. So there were some things that weren't in place that could have been placed. But we get up and I'm like, wait a minute. We ain't even got, her clothes and stuff. So we had to stop at the store.
That's funny.
But we going to get the baby, right? And so we got the baby. But overnight, my breast had filled way up. And so by the time we get her back, and then she's not latching on good, I was, what they call it, engorged. Oh my God. That is like the worst feeling you ever want to have.
Did you end up getting mastitis?
What? No.
Okay, but no. Okay.
And so she would latch, but it just didn't work well. Mm-hmm. And then I did not, like my husband, he was fine. But like my mom was there at the time. My mom was old school. And so she was like, that baby is hungry. That baby's hungry. You got to feed that baby, you know? Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I just did not have that support. And it was my first child. Yeah. I wanted my mom there. And I'm so glad she was, because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. And I was old. I mean, I call myself an old mama. I was 37 when I had my first daughter. So that's something we can talk about too, having children later. I was 37 when I had her. And so, but my mom was like, she's hungry, you know? And so what happened is I think I breastfed and did formula with her probably about the first 2-3 months. And then after that, it was just formula. Because it didn't seem like she was latching on. But that whole engorged thing, thank God, my sister-in-law is a supervisor. She's a nurse in the baby unit. And I told her what was going on, and it's so funny. This is so, just bear with me, y'all. I hope it ain't too TMI, but it's hilarious. So I'm engorged. The baby's home. I'm giving the baby formula. I can't get the milk to come out.
Oh, you had some clogged ducts?
Maybe, I guess. And so my mom used to work at night, and she would come to my house at night and just, you know, sit with me with the baby, all that. So my mom comes in the house, me and my husband. So of course, you know, I'm in pain. I don't know what to do. My husband don't know what he's talking about. We arguing because he's saying stuff to me that don't make sense. I'm in pain. and so I'm sitting in my dining room. No shirt on.
Oh, yeah.
No bra. Crying.
Yeah.
My husband looking crazy because we, you know,
sleepy.
My mom walks in and she's like, what is I know that had to look so crazy. And so she was like, well, call, you know, your sister-in-law. It's so much going on. You're not even thinking rationally. So thank goodness I called my sister-in-law. I told her what was going on. And she like, really quickly, she got me one of the hospital pumps. Because the ones I was using, she was like, girl, no.
You had the manual.
Yeah, I had a manual. But she was like, girl, no. So she got it. She brought it. Oh, Lord. That was just like, again, sitting there with my shirt off. It was just relief.
I was trying to explain one day to Shay, you like, you don't even understand the relief.
I was laying on, and I had it on both breasts. I was laying on the couch like this.
Did you have a lot of milk came out?
A whole lot of milk came out.
Yeah.
It came out. And I was like, okay. And so for me, by the time I had my son, my mom was deceased. And I was kind of like you, like, no, I'm going to breastfeed this baby. And I did. And he breastfed for 6 months.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, it you know, it was a struggle for me. So I hear what you're saying. So then the next question I wanted to ask, and you had alluded to this a little bit. I never knew that story. Yeah.
I never knew that story.
Yeah. And so you had alluded to this because the time is getting on about the finances. So like, what do you think was the financial impact for you guys with you, especially with the second baby?
Yeah.
How do you think it affected
you? And this is where I understand where privilege took kind of the place. We were in a position where I could rent the hospital grade.
Okay.
You know, breast pump. So that's a lot. That was a lot of money and don't nobody need to get, you know what I mean? Like no one, that's just the quality I decided to get. Cause I know, breast pumps are anywhere from what, 150 to 2,500. You know what I mean? So it doesn't have to be that kind. But I understood I was in a position to get one of the best. So that was that, but that was something saved over time. There wasn't nothing too out of pocket then and there. But you know, not the worry not to go and spend, you know, anywhere between $20 and $40 on formula every 2 weeks is such a relief to know. I want to say it's free, but you know, I'm spending money on coconut water.
Yeah.
But I didn't crunch the numbers to know if it's breaking even. But it's just a benefit to me. There's no price on him being healthy.
That's right.
And me being healthy in return, because also breastfeeding statistically helps the mama too.
Yeah.
Health wise.
Yeah.
So and it forces me to eat better.
Yeah. That's a good win-win.
Eat better.
And one thing that just also popped in my mind, it's been so long. For me, I was going through a financial transition at that time when I had my daughter. And so I was living in Georgia at the time. And so I was on Peach Care, which is like Men's Shirt here. Thank goodness, you know.
Come on, Peach Care.
And so I was able to get on WIC.
Oh, yeah.
And I know for a lot of people, you know, like when I started having like financial challenges, and y'all can hear all about that on my podcast and all that kind of stuff. But I know, like, at first I kind of felt like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm going to have to get on food stamps and I'm going to have to get, you know, WIC. But then it was like, it became about the baby, right? It's like, I need this. I've been paying into this all this time.
Okay.
And it was a lifesaver for me at the time. Because my daughter was born in 2008. Right after right during the whole financial crisis. And I was in the mortgage industry. So I had to like close my business, and in addition,
I didn't know she was born during that time.
Yeah, May of 2000. I closed it maybe a year after she was born, but all of that stuff was going on too. So
what a scary time! I guess during the pandemic too.
Right. We both had our girls, our first babies during trauma. A lot going on in our lives. So anyway, I'll kind of stop that right there. You think so? Okay. So
in a good way.
So what have you guys done? Tell us. We want to know about your breastfeeding journey. Yes. Oh, and tell us really quick. I know you said there's a club that you're a part of.
Oh yes, it's Dr. Moore. She is with the Chocolate Milk Club, and
that's so funny.
It is. She's chocolate milk. And so she's with the Chocolate Milk Club, and she supports women in the Twin Cities. But she hosts classes in Minneapolis. Dr. Levon Moore. Ooh, she'll kill me. I see her all the time, and I always just say Dr. Moore. She's amazing. She works with all women, like from across. Her passion is African American women, but socioeconomics. I mean, she gon' give you the real. She gonna ask you struggling. She gonna give you the facts, data, statistics. She will kind of remind me of you.
Oh, really? Okay, this how
she gonna be like, and this what you saying the problem is. This is how you can fix that problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Cyreta, thank you so much for this conversation. And yes, ladies, tell us about your breastfeeding journey, story, triumphs, challenges, and how did it affect you financially? And what other tips would you want to give other moms who are going through this same thing? All right?
Yes.
So until next time.